Welcome to day 22 of our United States of Horror Advent calendar. 2 more posters and 2 more states crossed off an increasingly short list. When it was released, In the Mouth of Madness got a pretty iffy reception from critics and audiences and ended up being something of a flop for John Carpenter. But I think it's fair to say that over the years its stature has increased, certainly as a cult film. The poster, okay, here's the thing, because I don't want to be down on it, because I really like the idea, but doesn't this look unfinished? And before you head to the comments section, I know there's another version with more coming out of the book, but that's just cramming on more faces, because as every studio exec knows, the more faces you put on a poster, the better. It feels to me like someone pitched this and said, this is just the concept. Obviously, we want to put more on there coming out of the book to really sell the idea that that's what ties it together. And then someone else said, sorry, we need this tomorrow, but don't worry, this is fine. It's a good idea. It's just not all there. A subject we've come back to repeatedly during this countdown is whether or not a poster is an accurate representation of the movie it's advertising. And this one really highlights that question for me. I haven't seen Hereditary. More than that, I don't know the first thing about it. And since we were doing this, I have gone to the trouble of not finding out anything about it because 3 posters and hand on heart, if it wasn't for the title and the fact that these are the same actors, I would think they were advertising different movies. This one for me has kind of a witchcraft vibe, maybe even a period horror. Number 2, okay, definitely not period, kind of cabin in the woodsy, but more suburban, twisted realities perhaps. This is the one that interests me most. This is the one I might actually go and see. Number 3, this immediately says to me possession, maybe exorcism. And while this is the one that interests me the least, I like the fact that if you hide the eyes on either side, you make a sort of tortured face in the middle that once you've seen it, you can't unsee. So maybe there's a torture aspect as well. I don't know if any of these descriptions is right. This is like a genuine experiment on the power of the poster. I don't need people to tell me what happens in the film or what it's about, but tell me which of those descriptions is most accurate. More importantly, tell me if all of these posters to you accurately represent the finished film, because if they do, then I just can't get my head around that. Thanks for watching. Are there any other good horror movies coming out of Utah and New Hampshire? Let us know in the comments below.